If you have looked at starting a quiz for one of your lead magnets or kicking off a launch, you've probably tried to figure out which of the online platforms or tools you should be using to build it. And that's a question that I field a lot. So I thought we'd dive into that today. My name's Kristen Schneider. I help creative and coaching businesses with their email marketing, funnels, and lead generation. And quizzes are something that you'll hear me talk about a lot because we build them for a lot of clients. They're a big topic right now because a lot of people have been using them. And generally, they're a really easy way for you to ramp up your lead generation past kind of the typical PDF, which works. Like, we make PDFs for clients, but most of the time you can find a more interesting and like personally engaging way to get the same information to your people. And a quiz is one of the ways to do that. So real quick, let's recap, if you haven't caught some of my other quiz videos, why quizzes work. So that it's all about the way people's brains work and kind of making something that they don't see all the time, because the feed that they're seeing all of your stuff on, whether it's in their inbox or on social media, it's full of a lot of really similar things. And while people have seen quizzes a lot, enough to make it so that they feel comfortable taking them, it's not something they see all day, every day. So it's fun, it's different. Most importantly, it's about them. Anytime you can make marketing about the lead or the client, that always makes it more effective. From a practical standpoint, it's so much about them that it actually makes it so you can be more personal in automated marketing. So you can segment your follow-up, meaning that whatever results they give you, you can use to give them even better feedback and follow-up after that. And it's immediate gratification, which we all tend to like. So you get to get a warm lead and immediately respond to them, give them something of value, have them have a great experience, and you don't have to touch it after you make it and set it. So benefits of quizzes, check. Like, we know that. You decide you want to make one, what do you do to build it? So you need a platform. This is a tech thing. I mean, technically you can give them a quiz on a PDF. You could let them hand score it. That works. Hey, Jess. The problem is then you can give them the value, but you lose the ability to follow up. You don't know if they took it. You don't know if they actually looked at it. You don't know what results they got. So while that's better than nothing, I like to see people use the automated tools. We have so much available to us that businesses 10 to 20 years ago just couldn't afford to reach unless they were a big company. And now, a one person show can do these automated follow-ups that are gold. Like, they do such a good job gathering the right people and helping you make a good connection with them. Platforms you can look at, there's more than this, but these are kind of the top ones to start your search. You've got Try Interact. I'll put the links in the comments so you can actually click through and see them. Try Interact, Quizitree, Typeform, Bucket.io, like Bucket.io, Thrive Quizzes. Trying to think if there was another one. Riddle, some people were using for a while. I just heard that Kartra might be introducing quizzes soon. If they do, that would be huge. So we're looking for not quizzes in like a membership platform, because there are some courses that allow you to quiz people for understanding. That is different. We're looking for quizzes that are more persona quizzes. How well do you know this quizzes that are for people who aren't currently in one of your programs. So how do you know which of those platforms to pick? Well, you have to kind of decide, how techie are you? What kind of scoring do you need? So that means, like, are you sorting people into categories, or do you give them a percentage score? Are you trying to tell them you're, this percentage, this level, but this percentage, this level? There's different scoring. So once you know what kind of results you are trying to get people to, you can look at which platform can handle those calculations. If you need to give people different questions based on their answers, you're looking for something called split logic, or jump logic. If they know one question, they can skip another question. So those are things that different platforms can do, and you're going to have to look at their features to sort that out. The other thing to think about is, how custom do you want it to be? Typeform, Try Interact, Bucket all have really high levels of branding and customization. Quizitree and Thrive, not so much, but they'll make it like they'll work if you don't care that much about that, and you can do just something more generic. The other thing is that those are a little bit more cost effective, the ones without the customization. If you're doing Thrive, it has to be hosted on a WordPress site. So if you're not like managing your site yourself or paying somebody to do it, that one won't meet your needs as well. But if you are, then it can be great. So it's all balancing, how much tech, how much customization, what kinds of questions you need. That all matters when you're picking a platform. So take a look, start with those, see which ones hit the right features for you. If you need help feel free to like drop a comment. Like, I need these things, which one is going to fit for me? I'm happy to help you find one. The other thing to think about is how much is it going to cost? So first of all, don't do it for free. That's the biggest mistake I see people make with DIY quizzes. I know that TryInteract has a free level, but you can't collect leads. While it's kind of valuable to have a quiz for people to take, the whole point of this is to automate getting good interactions with people and being able to continue that relationship. So you need to be able to have a legal way to collect leads, which means you need to pay for the lead collection in one of these platforms. So I have yet to find one at a free level that does a good job of that and looks like a company I like count on for staying around in a long-term feature, because building this quiz is a big time spend on your part, even if you DIY it. So you don't want to do it on a platform that's going to disappear. The other thing is that you're looking for, are you paying one time or monthly? So that's the other cost thing to consider. So while you shouldn't do it free, there are some vastly different costs involved. So something like Thrive quizzes or Quizmetry are one time or once a year fees that are somewhere between like $70 and $200, $300. Whereas stuff like TryInteract, Typeform, and Bucket's even a little bit higher, are between that like $50, $60 to $200 a month, which depends on like the number of leads you're pulling in and all that kind of stuff. So again, comparing features, which one do you have? But know that if you can't turn out a few $100s from some of these leads, it's probably not worth your time. But this is the stuff that lets you scale to do that. So take a look. Don't forget to get the leads, like invest in it so that you can have the people coming in and build the relationships and actually convert them into clients who love what you do. And then make sure that you drop your questions about like which features do you need and which platform might work for you specifically, because I'm happy to talk about it. If you have any other questions, feel free to share those in the comments or message me, and keep an eye out, because next week I'm going to be putting a link up for our really, like, one of our most popular workshops is your Quiz for Your Biz workshop, where you can DIY a quiz by yourself with all the tech help and stuff. I'm going to run it live again, which doesn't happen very often. So this is your chance to catch it. I'll put it up next week. In the meantime, take a look at what you could make a quiz about and let me know how I can help. Have a great Friday, everybody.